Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4. Here today we have episode 3 of my Poland campaign on the road to 56 mod. So guys, if you still are enjoying this series and would like to see more, the best way to ensure more content is leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, and let me know in the comment section down below your feedback and suggestions for the series. Feel free to leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. However, let me know in the comments what other strategy game you would prefer me to let's play instead. So welcome back to the series, guys. I'll put in the description below all the mods I am running. So it's the 3rd of January 1941. 2 years have passed since the last episode, and communism is growing throughout Europe. Here today, we're going to be declaring war upon France and the United Kingdom. In the last episode, if you haven't gone and watched it, we managed to puppet Japan. And this is how China currently looks. Communist China is now its own faction. The Grand Northwest Union is currently occupying China. So it's a shame that Comintern and they've got their own faction here, which kind of sucks. So what has sort of happened? Not overly too much, if I'm being honest. Turkey declared war upon Iran, and they took that. But apart from that, not overly too much. Except for how we're going to attack the United Kingdom and France. So at the moment, wars-wise, we've got the Peruvian-Bolivian war going on. 172k Peruvians against the Chileans and the Colombians. That's insane. Well, basically, I don't think we would win a war against the French and the United Kingdom. Obviously, Hitler took France with his famous Blitzkrieg. However, it's been 4 years, and the Allies have been waiting an inevitable attack upon them. As obviously I started off in Poland, I took Germany, I took Italy, we took Yugoslavia and Greece. This is the territory I currently occupy as Poland. We have Ethiopia and Libya as well. We've also got Japan as our puppet. Korea is actually free at the moment. But as you can see here, this French line is currently intertwined up near the Maginot with British and Dutch troops here. Look at this, all throughout the Netherlands and whatnot. France troops. So this is basically a united allied front. There's no way I would be able to push over the Maginot Line. It's just insane. Look at that. 10 land forts here. Even in the south is rather deceiving because there are land forts here as well. So if I was to attack France and the UK, which is inevitable, I have to cause a coup. Now, funnily enough, I've gotten to the stage where I'm ready for the coup. I've currently made France 66% communist, boosting, and we're currently staging a coup as well. And it's going to be finished in a day. So France is going to be teared apart, but I'm also been boosting in the UK. Lord Edward Halifax is currently the leader, and communism's at 54% with the 8th of January, the coup ready to be. So these are the two major players within the Allies. Canada, the Raj, or maybe Norway we could go to war with, but this is how the world is sort of shaping up. We've got the Grand Northwest Union, we've got Comintern, we've also got Greater Bulgaria, Denmark joined Allies, but there's not really much else we can do. Brazil's communist and so is Mexico. I think I showed that in the last episode. But regardless, now we're going to go headstrong and wait for this coup to drop off. Yes, the Polish People's Republic has successfully staged a coup within France. The fires of revolution now burn. Okay, so if they join Comintern now, that's what I want to cross my fingers and hope for. That they join Comintern. Yep, the French Commune has joined the Comintern. So, as you can see, oh wow, Italy, the bottom half is ours. Oh my god, look at that huge cluster there in Brittany. Well, we need to quickly rotate and pivot as best we can. So, what we're going to do is try and take an initiative of this ground that's been given up to us. And we need to go gadget. We need to get on this front line and push to France as quickly as possible. And let's hope this British coup comes off as well as the French one did. So let's push north here now. As we had roughly, what, 50, 60, we pretty much flipped half the country towards the communism ideals. That's why half the country went over to our side, which is fantastic. It's just like it's a mediation game with that, isn't it? Just trying to get the perfect resolve. Well, we're going to be at war with them soon. We'll hold the line here well. And, yeah, look at this. There's British troops even in bloody Denmark. That's insane. Regardless, let's quickly move up to our position where we can. And the Britain... What? Oh, okay, so the coup's come off. Oh, that's superb. So we have... we have the Union of Britain and our communist. Excellent stuff. I need to get over here as best I can. 161 ships, look at that. So this is how we're going to have to win. To beat the allies of France and England, we're going to have to form a coup. That's basically what we had to do. Because there's no way we would have won. Because even though with the, what? Exiled divisions. Okay. Why have they pushed there, I wonder? Looks like a lot of guys have come off this front line here now, though. Look, I'm going to negotiate with Stalin, and I'm going to ask to join both wars now. Everyone, go where you can. Okay, so you guys in the south, you're more than welcome to progress. You guys on the Maginot Line, it's going to be a hard task even over here, but you should be alright theoretically. So where are you? You're here in Luxembourg, and you're up here in the north, and then you're here in Denmark. Where are these exiled divisions? Why am I allowed to just bypass this area? That's what I don't understand. I don't know, but regardless, war is now full-fledged. So, they've called to arms. I'm going to accept everything here. Communist China want me to send divisions. French Commune, right, okay. So, this is what we're sort of looking at. This is the war. So, we've got the British-French War. Call. Civil War, British Civil War, and Peruvian. Right, so what we want to do, so this is who we're at war with now. Here. I'm not going to focus on my African territories or my Greek territories. I want to try and capitulate France and the UK as quickly as possible. So, as you can see here, to win this war, they need to knock out the Soviets and myself. We need to knock out the UK and France. And for this war, the UK and France. So, basically here, go headstrong into Paris. If you guys can take Paris, we're going to be well on our way to victory. I might slow things up here because I don't want them to charge, and I don't particularly want these guys to... Actually, you know what? Maybe hitting Denmark might not be a bad idea. Taking northern France might be a good idea for me. Okay, let's go with recon there. That's fine. Okay, so basically push over the line where you can, guys. Like, go, go, go. Don't be scared. I think we're waiting for more stuff to sort of trickle in. But we need to hoover up as much territory as possible. I swear I saw this as a glitch in one of my other series. Like, why are they clustered? They're not doing anything. I need to get men over to the UK. So, they're nearly capitulating. I wish I could just send those guys over there to help out. Maybe if we can knock out the Danes quickly, we might be able to send this entire force over to help out. Should I put some pressure on the Dutch? I think I will. Okay, so how well are we actually pushing over the Maginot Line here? We are struggling, but we still seem to be pushing somewhat progressively. We just need to get over to the channel, because it's going to be a nightmare to try and take Britain if this civil war doesn't go through. So it looks like we're making mass territory here now. It's really, like, armies-wise, they've still got a hell of a lot. But splitting these up... Yeah, it looks like they seem to be frozen. I don't know why. It's basically bypassing the Maginot Line and these massive fortifications they have in. But this was the only way we could do it. Bringing a communist UK and France in was our best bet. Because I don't think genuinely we could have won if the Soviets declared war. Or like, they were pretty... I was waiting to get war decked at some point. Because it's kind of like... whoa, Kingdom of Iraq's capitulated. Oh, that's cool. The Turks seem to be doing well. Yeah, they took Iran off camera, like really convincingly. They declared war and took them quite quickly. I was like, wow, that was really the only thing. Luxembourg has capitulated. Okay, so we've still got Scotland and Northumbria here, Newcastle and Cumbria. We're going to try and and push. Maybe try and take Aarhus. And if we can get rid of the Dutch. Look, the Americans are now involved, but it's still 1941. Okay, so let's continue where we can and try and finish off the last of these pesky French, who still seem to be holding on. God knows how. Paris has now fallen. You'd think now that once Calais and Dunkirk have fallen. France has capitulated now. Perfect. Excellent stuff. She's all over Red Rover. They're not coming back anytime soon. Okay, so let's quickly now move. And I guess we go to Cornwall. Let's go to Cornwallis. So let's move you here where we can. And Nantes is still there. I guess we go here as well. Do we have supremacy in the English Channel? We do. We just need to move my units over there. So we desperately need to get rid of this war as quickly as possible. But we just need to get our men here. Okay, so how well are we doing against them? We're not fighting on any other front, are we? Okay, up in the Danes. So we just need to sort of move out by the look of it. Has Ireland joined them? Wow, 45% communist. I wasn't even in boosting in Ireland. That just shows you how, like, communism has spread. Now, I swear to God, I didn't even touch Ireland as boosting communism. Wow, that's insane. And they've just naturally done that from other external forces. That's cool as. Okay, let's pressurize and get rid of these people here. These pesky Dutch. A smoking a crepe. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna have to go over there at some point. We just need to let the Scots hold out. Those thistle-arsed, hairy orangutans need to hold the line before we get there. Oh god, I love Blackadder. Thistle-arsed orangutans. One of the funniest things I've ever heard. Okay, right, let's go over and take Plymouth now. It'd be well worth the risk sending our boys over. Plymouth Argyle. Shout out to... Is Doc Martin from there? I can't remember. Maybe. They reference it in the show a bit. Plymouth Argyle's the football club, but... Right, let's take this now. It does look like the Civil War in Britain is coming back into their favour. Look, if we can bait them north while we swoop and take the south, you'll be laughing. Okay, the Dutch still seem to be holding on, and the UK just needs to capitulate. Okay, once we get our boys over, I'm tempted to nearly... Okay, fuck it. Let's just make a front line and just go for it. Push, lads. Even if not everyone's here, just go for it. You gotta risk it for the brisket. I should make that a t-shirt. Hit the American market. Right, here we go. So we're gonna push down and quite convincingly take the south. You'd think London would fall in a matter of moments. Poland strong. Poland invade London. But in 1941 instead of 2017. Tanatuvu, we've got the southern coast with us now. Portsmouth. And England has capitulated. Boom! Wow, the Allies have fallen. So, for this episode we get to divvy up Denmark, Luxembourg, Iraq, Ireland, Netherlands, Australia, and the Raj. We don't get to divvy up this because I guess it goes automatically. The UK and France automatically go to them. I guess we just have to divvy up the Allies. I guess. Okay, well, let's give all the war score to me. The Treaty of French West Africa. Okay, I am using a player-led peace conference to avoid border gore and, yeah, just divvy up the factions as I like. Okay, so let's have a look at Denmark. I fought in Denmark. I took Denmark. A lot of it. Didn't take... Yeah, well, I was the only one making sways in there. So, Denmark is mine. Ireland. I did no fighting in Ireland. The UK did, but I'm tempted to puppet them. I would love to ideally puppet to the UK, but you can't actually puppet and give it to someone else. Or should I just give the entirety of the British Isles to the UK now that they're communist? There's a huge communist movement there now. I think I'm just going to give Ireland to the UK. And it's the Communist UK, yep. Luxembourg, I'll take that for myself. The Kingdom of Iraq, I did nothing there. I'm pretty sure the Turks would have been fighting in here quite a bit. So, let's give that to the Turks. It's going to be interesting to see how the African states get divvied up. Okay, so we've got the Netherlands here. Do they have territory in the south? No, this is the Dutch Indies. So I guess I take the Netherlands for myself, as I took the majority of it. I still wasn't able to take out Holland. I did take Friesland quite easily, so we'll now take the Netherlands for myself. Australia, my home country. Let's bring back communism. Or can I make, like, Tasmania the capital? That'll be quite funny. Look, you know what? I think we're just going to puppet the Aussies. Put a communist Australia down in the south. A good holiday home. We can really have some good Gold Coast house or something. Yeah, let's do that. Right. Let's puppet the Aussies and the British Raj. Wow, okay. Who was fighting here? Was there even any fighting? Like, you'd think you might give some to Communist China, but I genuinely don't think they did too much. Look, for the services of helping me out in this, I've got to give the Soviets a lot. They've been incredibly loyal with me. And they allowed me to take the entirety of Germany and Italy and Yugoslavia. They haven't really taken anything. I've given them a small bit of Japan. Maybe I should give the Soviets the entirety of the Raj. But they don't border there. I wish they did. They might have to take out Afghanistan to continue it up. Should I give it to the Soviets? Look, you know what? I'm going to do it. No one has really much business there. So where are you, Joseph Stalin? I give Stalin a big hug, a tweak of the whisker, and I say, Papa, have British Raj. And he's going to accept. So the British Raj is now going to be under control of the Soviet Union. Boom! There we go. Peace conference is over. Okay, so the Soviet Union took 25 states. The French Commune took 47. 3 for the Turks, 66 for the British Union, 11 for myself, and wow, 414,000 equipment has been divvied out. So we got the Australian People's Republic. That's awesome. Richard Dixon. And as you can see, Britain's taken their overseas territories. Wow, communism rules supreme. And the last lot of allies in Canada, Norway, and South Africa have now rallied up. We've still got the Grand Northwest Union going on. We've also got the allies here. But yeah, France is now communist under Maurice Thoreza. And then Gianni Palmdunt, I think that's how you say it. Oh god. Anyway, they are now part of Comintern. They would be as well, wouldn't they? Right, so I'm tempted, should I leave the Comintern now, make Intermarium? I have no ambition to fight the Chinese. I think that'd be a bit of a nightmare. The States didn't even come into this war, did they? Okay, guys, so on that note, I think I'm going to end the series here. I'm just sort of thinking where I could expand. But you know what? I think I'm done. I think I'm sort of done playing as Poland. I'll probably want to move on to something else. I feel like I've done all I can in this series that I sort of want to do. I started off as Poland. I really wanted to knock out Germany and Italy. We took Yugoslavia and Greece. I wanted to take out France and the Allies. We couldn't really do that, so we had to flip them. So in turn, we have made the Comintern stronger. We had Polish troops fighting in Japan, and we managed to puppet them. And I don't really feel like I want to go back and fight in China. And the US was sort of absent. It's 1941. So what I'm going to do, I kind of wish they didn't join Comintern, France and Allies, because they've really strengthened them. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the Comintern now. Why can't I leave? What war am I fighting? What the fuck is this? The Indonesian war? Oh, come off it. The Soviet-Indonesian war? Piss off. Crap, I was going to leave so I can make my own faction. And then show you guys how it is. To be fair, I think Indonesia are going to capitulate in only a matter of time. Okay, I figured out how to do it. My faction manager mod, I can do it through. Because you can leave faction here, which costs 150, or you can leave when it's at war. So are you sure you want to leave common turn during a war? Yes. That's exactly what I want to do. So now I'm out of this war, theoretically, which is perfect. Okay, so what I want to do now is negotiate with Japan, and I want to create a faction. No, you cannot create with having national spirit to do so. Create faction law. We need 100 political power. I don't know if I can be bothered waiting. Okay, finally. So we can create a faction now. Let's do that. Let's create a faction. So who can we do it with? We can do it with the Brazilians. Yeah, let's do it with the Japanese, our puppets. So, what I'm going to call my faction is Intermarium. We're going to finally call it that. I could have called it Mesmors, but we're going to call it Intermarium for the sake of it. The dawn of Intermarium. Despite the recent Soviet focus on communism in one country, the internationalist roots of the movement transcend borders. This solidarity with the workers around the world was a key element in a speech today when the Intermarium was announced. Going beyond political international, this alliance that binds countries to military regime. Together, we will never be defeated. Out of curiosity, who wants to join Intermarium? No, they don't. Do the Mexicans? Do the Swedish? No. But this is what Intermarium now looks like. Ideally, it's been shifted west, more so than being sort of eastern focus. So, we've obviously got the core states of Germany, Yugoslavia, Italy, and Greece. We've also got Japan on our side. We've also got Australia and Libya and Ethiopia. So this is how this communist world shapes up. Communism is prime time in Africa, Russia and Asia, and then of course here in Europe. The Allies, without help from the United States, look fractured at the moment. What the hell? Are the Allies like fascist? South Africa's like fascist. That's crack up. But regardless, guys, unfortunately it's time to end this Polish series here. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as I've had. I've had an absolute blast. It's it's been a short series, short and sweet, but that means we can move on to something else a lot quicker. So hopefully you've enjoyed this Poland series. I've had a blast. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you'd like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys would like to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below. Maybe you can pick up a strategy game you haven't picked up just yet. Maybe Hearts of Iron, maybe Crusader Kings 2, maybe a Total War. Check out my G2A affiliation link in the description below for cheap and reliable games. I do recommend going and checking out the prices even. There's some really good prices on there. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Really close cinematic shots here, pushing through the bridge. Oh, look at... That was probably the shot of the video there.